this. I think you click this. As far as I know, I think we're streaming, but I'll double check on the internet. I'll double check.
Someone will tell us.
Someone will say we're live. I clicked the button that says
Hello?
Start streaming. Holler.
Are we live?
I'm gonna mute my phone and see.
Uh-oh.
Let me double check.
There we go.
What up,
Are
homies?
we live?
There we go.
We don't know what we're doing.
I need external feedback. So let's see.
That's our love language. Can everyone please say, yes, you're live. Heather, you look great.
Yes.
Say,
sound good.
Heather
We do have.
we do have
mine's on.
You have to say we got our mics on. We're live. Hello,
Oh,
friends.
it's down my shirt.
Yes.
Lucky
I can
you.
actually see you, Jen. I can see you guys at your homes. It's like a Zoom call. All your little faces pop up. You don't know that, but we can.
Yeah, we can see
Creators
each
can
other
actually
live.
see you. It's a new thing that YouTube implemented.
Damn, you guys, some of y'all are naked tonight.
Thank you for taking your pants off and getting
Yeah.
comfortable.
just
As
kidding. We can't see you. So
We
don't worry.
yet. You have to pay extra for that on YouTube.
Thank you. It looks like a child wrote it. That was just
We
me
just were kinda
trying to
stretching
turn
over.
around to do it.
We
Also,
did it.
writing on chalkboards,
We forgot.
it's kind of hard. It's harder than
forgot.
using a dry erase board.
Oh, I'm getting
That's for
uncomfortable. Man, I remember dry erase boards, and now it's all digital now, isn't it? Right?
They still have dry erase boards in classrooms.
Good.
I know they have one in Ella's library because I used it frequently when I was coaching DI. Not frequently, but enough to where I felt like it was fun writing on a...
You're back, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, it's so fun writing on a dry erase board.
Anytime they've asked me to come do anything at the law school, I'm like, I will need to be making notes. Because
I
it's
am
official.
speaking for career day.
Oh shit!
Maybe. I mean, I'm on the list, but I feel like I need to be like,
Give it a little lead.
I just want to be clear. This is not a child show. This is not even
Yeah,
though
yeah. Although
I cannot play a sample of this like we used to do when I would go and speak at a high school around here to the podcasting class. Tommy and I did a couple times. The first one, the president, that's not what they're called. The principal was in there, and this was back
Barack
before
Hussein
we knew what we
Obama.
were doing, and it was just an immediate F-bomb, and all these 16-year-old girls loved it. And the
What? No,
principal
sorry,
was
guys.
just like,
coughed right in your ear. What's up?
who is this person that you've scheduled to
Yeah.
speak?
Who is this career day person?
Their whole project was doing a podcast.
That's awesome.
So it was a lot of fun.
The youth these days, I feel like, learn how to get your thoughts and ideas out there, because that's going to be the only thing that saves us. Welcome to our Texas primary results live. Crazy stuff happening already in Dallas County, and I believe in El Paso. Both of them are, the polls are staying open till 9 p.m. because of shenanigans afoot. So let's see what some of the,
Shocking.
there's
Been
shocking
shenanigans.
people are trying to keep people from voting. Like, who knows? I did just see Talerico is dominating the Austin area home base. He won Hayes County 74%. He's the heavy favorite based on what this person's seeing. Other polls show Crockett's way ahead. So
At the library, when I voted, they had a very rudimentary system of piece of paper and just numbers written
Boom,
down.
boom.
And somebody was like, because it would be like by hour, how many from Republican or Democrat voted. But the lady was like, we don't really know because so many people have been turned away to go vote somewhere else. And I'm like, and that was when I realized I was standing in the Republican line. After I'd asked the lady, or she goes, can you put your phone away? And I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to remember who I'm voting for. She's like, oh, you can fill out a practice ballot and take it up there with you, and pointed them. And then I went over and I got it. And in front of everybody, I said, these are Republicans. And she said, oh, I thought you were, since you were in that line. I went, no.
you're like, what am I supposed to do with Don
And then I wiped my ass with it and demanded that I be given the Democrat sheet.
She went over. Well, it's one new aspect to elections now are these betting markets. It's
You mean
crazy.
people bet? I thought people always bet on them.
Well, now it's easy to do on your phone, like apps.
Oh, yeah,
it's
like,
very it's frequent.
Not Sports Kings, but is that what it's called?
DraftKings, stuff like that.
DraftKings.
But
yeah,
Call
yeah.
She is one of them, and that's the one that someone bet that the war was going to start within
Oh, good.
A couple of hours.
I thought it was already started.
No, I'm talking about
Laurel, please.
they bet on that. They bet they're like, it'll start in 4 hours, and it like did. And they
Oh,
like quadrupled their money.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you called it too, like a week out. You were like, I think by this weekend we're going to be at war.
I did. And everyone was like, oh my God. And I was like,
This is like when
living inside my head.
Tommy was like, we should be worried about this pandemic coming over here.
Stay
And I
woke.
was like, what are you talking about? That's all the way in China. Egg on my face for 5 years.
Mask on my face. I'll tell you that. You know what?
Never got over that one.
Yeah, it's crazy that that I think too people kind of are using them as a metric in order to call it, but I mean it's not like necessarily insiders are always on there, and if they are, they're usually taking the other bet.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you, if you knew who was going to win, tell everyone to bet on the other one so you get a huge payout?
Publish the results. That's the other thing is like how much is it getting, I won't say fixed, but essentially if you have any opportunity to put your thumb on the scale and then you do,
What happens?
is that not insider trading? We don't have like laws against that. Hello, fam. Well, welcome.
6 years? What does that mean? 6 years.
JBout84 asked, y'all have different lines for political parties.
I
Yes.
forget that we're on YouTube. Also, sorry. So some of you might not know who we are.
Hello, welcome.
Because we're not streaming on Patreon, where everyone is pretty aware. Oh, COVID. Thank you. Yeah, time lost all meaning. So
Sorry. 6 years.
I
Oh,
don't
because you said
remember-
5 years.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember how long anything has happened anymore. But
I
yeah,
got
we
confused.
do have separate lines, and it's very strange because they're right next to each other, and then you're just in one big like classroom with the booths everywhere, and it's like this side it's segregated. This side's Republican, this side's Democrat. The booths have a big either red R or blue D taped to them, so you know where to go. And then you can also judge everybody while you're waiting, which is what I did.
Watching people walk in and out. Yeah, it's been the only times we have that is the primary elections. The general elections, it's all in one line. But yeah, I remember when I very first started voting, being like, "Hang on a minute," but it's been like that. I mean, gosh, ever since the last 20 years.
One asks why.
Old.
If not to shame others, perhaps.
I think it's because they got to keep the ballot separate. But I don't know. Maybe you just file them.
Shouldn't the machine be able to? The machine runs everything else in this fucking world. It can't run the election results.
Right. Also, other states apparently don't do this. So just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it's
You know
right.
what I did see though that I had never seen before was a volunteer wheeling one of the voting machines out to the parking lot to a gentleman that
Oh yeah.
I guess was unable to come inside. They wheeled that bitch right up. It was like a drive-through.
That's nice.
And he
supposed to
was
do
in
that.
the driver's seat, but they just wheeled it up and handed him the thing, and he could do it all from his car. And I was
Bam.
like, this is how easy. And it's not even easy because he's still disabled and had to get out of his house and come vote and all of this
Truly.
stuff. But we should be making as many concessions as necessary that allow people to be able to vote.
It makes one wonder why the focus on obstructing people from voting, other than you don't like the results. I really can't think of any other reason.
No, because they're the wrong color and you don't want their
Truly,
vote.
I mean, every time someone's like, there's just all this election fraud, and you look it up, it's like one lady registered her dog in California because she was a Republican and she believed it was super easy to commit election fraud, and then she was busted for it. But it really, I mean,
She should have been busted for making a great prank and proving a fucking point, because she basically, what's that? God, I can't remember that guy's name, so now my joke doesn't work.
here in Colorado, it's primarily mail-in.
What's that movie with Kevin Spacey?
Kaiser Soze.
I talk about it all the time.
Usual Suspects.
No,
American- David Gale, Life of David Gale.
Yeah, she David Galed the whole thing.
Fucking got him, dog. Well, the percentage of voter fraud is like so small, so it's usually just
The
a
voters
pretext.
aren't the ones doing the fraud.
Bam, bingo, bango. It's the satellites.
It's the assholes we're voting for.
It's the satellites. They're changing the votes in the satellites. That's what I think.
I mean,
My smoothie.
did it spill?
No, it's fine. It's got a lid on
What'd
it.
you get, by the way?
Vanilla smoothie with raspberries, and it was gonna be raspberry blueberry, and then he texted and was like, "They're out of blueberries, and also they're out of strawberry." So I had to just get double raspberries, and it is a tart. It's a real tart. It looks like a milkshake, and it's very tart. Yes,
They were out
a
of
couple weeks
strawberries and blueberries?
It's closing time. It's on me. For,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever. They
that's
probably
true.
already put them away for the day. I don't blame them.
Yeah. Well,
Laurel said K-Pax.
K-Pax?
You're trying to think of the Kevin Spacey movie.
Oh.
That's where he's an alien, isn't he?
K-Pax?
It's happening.
I thought she was saying Ken Paxton.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Kevin Spacey movie. Either way.
Is there
Maybe,
a Kevin Spacey movie called K-Pax?
I think so. I got a coffee milkshake.
You know, it was a real bummer to learn what a sack
He's a
of
pervert.
shit he is.
Especially, I went through a brief Kevin Spacey as hot phase during House of Cards.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Honestly, like political, like that's always hot to me.
Yeah.
Like those movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me hit a flame if you have
There's
one.
something about
Have I got one?
a fucking tailored suit.
Dude, a
and
man
an
in a
attitude.
suit. Sorry, a lady in a suit,
And
depending on the right one.
And confidence that does something.
Power. Someone with a staff. Someone that wields that
Someone with a
power
staff.
gently
Yes.
and responsibly.
Well, and isn't a sex predator. So Kevin Spacey's out.
You're out, buddy.
Sorry.
You know what's not hot? Being a sex predator. Hey, guys, take note. You know what ladies don't love? When you're a rapist.
You know what? Like statistically,
I don't think
you
she's-
could make that argument that like if men honestly thought like we found that attractive, probably more men than not. Am I wrong?
No, I think
Do you
you're
think if you have two men,
right.
what is the percentage one of them is a pedophile?
Two?
Yeah.
It's 50-50.
You know?
Oh, I have too many close male friends. That would horrify me.
Well, I mean,
Polls can't count votes after 7 p.m. I'm pulling up the news to stream. Continue your
I
statement,
think
though.
Dallas and El Paso.
No, they're saying it overturned it.
Oh, really? Motherfuckers.
We're going to pull it up. Continue.
I already saw Jasmine Crockett with Colin Allred earlier saying
There are
that
shenanigans,
she's
but
been alerted to several shenanigans situations.
Dallas voters. Let's see.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Anyways.
Theater mode. Just kidding.
What was I
Okay, they're talking about Texas. It's too early to call right now.
10%. Thank you.
We'll turn on Kornacki in the back.
Yeah, percentage doesn't change based on the number in the set. That's what I was trying to say, but I didn't know how to say it.
Scooch that.
So just because you have like 100 male friends, that doesn't mean that,
50% of them.
yeah,
Okay, well that's good to know.
because we're talking about the whole world.
There we go. Yeah, that's a good point.
But also statistically, we definitely know somebody that's a pedo.
Oh sure.
So then you start going down your friend list. You're like, who could it?
No, I'll tell you what though.
be now?
I
told
know
you
who
I
it
was
is.
gonna
They were arrested. We like got man.
Who? I know this
No,
person?
no, no, no.
Oh,
It was a
well,
person
then
from
it doesn't count.
a prior life. Oh yeah, no, not between. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we do, but it was crazy. It was
What
I
did you
wasn't
want?
really the ashtray. I wasn't really like close to this person, but I was aware of them. You know, as far as like we attended the same school and whatnot, and so. Dallas
see,
County
what do
is
people think?
25% of the Democratic electorate. Let's see what he's talking about.
Side who were showing
No.
up at where they traditionally gone, being told, well, this is no longer your precinct, you gotta find your precinct, all that confusion. So there was
Several of my friends ran into that today.
keep the polls open and
It
down.
was early in the day though, in the morning.
Now a higher court has stepped in and invalidated that. And so the question is, these last 2 hours, while voters have been casting votes after 8 p.m., they've cast them, a higher court has stepped in. What's the status of those votes? What do they consider? Do they
Oh my
what
God.
do they do in terms of reporting out?
I'm going to crash out. 53.1, 45.7.
And report out what came earlier.
Oh, how weird. A bunch of votes aren't going to get counted.
You're probably if you're watching this, you're super engaged in this, and you're trying to answer these questions too.
Who's this guy?
Steve Kornacki from MS Now.
I like him.
I love him. That's why I looked for the Kornacki cam. It's just him. They don't turn it off.
I believe what this guy's saying.
I do too. I like him. He's a smart guy.
Because again, this primary, I don't want to say
He looks like he's always stressed out.
He's Steve. Calm down.
You can see what I'm,
Wait, can y'all see this?
describing there.
Can I do this?
In
Is
terms
this
of the
allowed?
singular importance of Dallas County to what's left here, because I'm just looking,
Sorry, I'm
what
trying
else
to
we
do
have
this
here in terms of
in a mirror,
the big
basically.
population centers on the Democratic side that we haven't yet heard from. Well, El Paso's 4% of the vote on the Democratic side, and again, just based on what we're seeing throughout South Texas here, El Paso is very much demographically in line with what you're going to see. I think there's an expectation that Talerico is going to do very well in El Paso County.
I would agree.
We've got, Brazoria County. This is in that greater Houston area. This is pretty good size here, outside of, just outside of Houston, where we don't have anything from there
Thanks,
yet.
Laurel.
Right,
This is transformative.
I'm sorry.
This is art.
Falls under fair use.
This is art,
Clearly,
bitch.
we're elevating this.
We're transforming this use. Steve Kornacki could never do this on his own. He couldn't just mindlessly suck and watch himself.
Honestly, earlier we were like,
Sponsored not
how
by
can we
Smoothies.
stream it? But it would be really laggy if we streamed it and then try. And I was like, what if we just? I held it next to your head like Weekend.
Wheelhouse too.
Weekend update.
County here, just north of Austin here, very democratic and very. This is.
What is happening?
We're seeing him do extremely
Okay.
well down here. So look, I think Talerico is going to get a big.
CC
big boost
scandalous.
out of I
I've
think he's
lost
gonna
it
get
in
a
the
boost
chat, but
out
you
of
asked,
El
are
Paso.
you
There are
the
some
only
areas
one
that-
pulling for Talerico? No,
South Texas here. Don't forget, this is where
definitely not.
Hidalgo County.
This is crazy.
This is another big one.
I voted for Jasmine Crockett. If it goes to him instead, I will
I'll
still
vote
be
for him.
happy.
Yeah, in a second. I think she would too. I think both of them have such great futures in the party and in the state. I mean, and definitely nationwide. And I don't fear for them. I don't fear for either of their futures. And I'm glad that they weren't claws out. I was a little bit sad that Talerico's, it wasn't even his PAC. It was the Lone Star PAC, which I believe is the PAC of the Democratic Party in Texas.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
He's like trying to get. Damn, this is live.
Ask a question about the guidance we just got tonight.
He's just walking off.
He's fact checking. Good
Yeah.
for you, Kornacki.
Okay, it's 53-45. Talerico 53-45. Jasmine Crockett. Right now at 9. But I don't know what to make of this ruling. But yeah, I mean, I think either of them will be great.
So they've said, we don't know the ruling?
It says too close to call or too early to
No,
call.
but what did they say
Let
about
me
the
pull
votes
ruling.
that were cast?
While he goes, I'll pull up the ruling. They said Kim Paxton took it to the Supreme Court.
Anything from Texas too?
of course that white fucking
He's a criminal.
old pervert did.
Pin snatching, wife cheating on, football head having.
Didn't he? F-a-D?
Wait. Fuck who? Oh, no. He cheated on his wife and then
I
he
know, but separately,
Oh, I don't know about that.
I thought that's what somebody told me.
Oh, I don't know. I just knew he used his expense account to pay for Ubers to take his side piece to and from home.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, a duck? Did he have
On a duck.
a dog? What? Someone told you? Hang on. We're not broadcasting this. We're not saying this is true. We're not saying it's true.
I am going to get arrested.
No, you're not. You're merely saying a true thing that you heard.
Not in this
What
day and
happened?
age.
Oh, I got an ad. Hold on.
I'll fucking be coming out of Sprouts and get cuffed or some shit. Yeah, whatever. Try to take
If
me.
we're gonna get got, it's because of the episode tomorrow. Ken Paxton doesn't have any power. I'd like to see him try.
Breaking news.
Go, hit me. You guys are giving us the news.
No, I think they're just
Oh, are they saying
saying
it?
it's. Oh wait.
Let's turn them up.
Up for her.
Oh, okay.
I think she may need some to
Y'all
also
are having to tell
oversee
us when it's
some temporary
happening.
in some of these other places. But I'm just.
This is a group
they're coming
project.
here
You
in a
guys are
second,
doing
so
good.
I'm just.
Thank
Is
you.
he crashing out or is
So
he
one more question before we go.
trying to read and type it? Or
CA Republican Senate. Where are we standing right now?
Oh, yeah.
Let me look for the latest update.
This is great. I love this
seems-
BTS.
Oh, this
So we're up to
guy's. What a stressful
33,000
job.
Same day votes.
Yep.
Paxton 43.
Yep.
Cornyn 40.
Okay. So it's and do you have the comp for?
Oh my God, I'm stressed for him.
You got this, Steve. Don't be stressed
No,
out.
the
Oh,
guy
but
that's having
guy-
to pull all this info up so
yeah.
fast.
It's a stressful job.
For Cornyn, yeah.
So it's a flip. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So we're thinking Paxton's gonna take it.
dude.
Okay.
What is wrong with
Folks,
people?
folks on the live stream, I'm sorry to keep you
You
waiting
do it
here.
yourselves.
But we're about to go live. We're going to talk about both of these races. In North Carolina, North Carolina 4.
Okay, North Carolina's okay. We'll give it a pass. Shout out if you're in North Carolina. Let us know who you're pulling for. But we'll give it a pause while they're discussing other things. Yeah, I wonder. Let me look up this ruling. I don't think Kornacki's crashing out. I think he's just okay. I'm gonna say Texas.
No, I'm.
Court ruling today. Doop 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 doop.
Because say he wins, and then it's like, did he really win, or
Damn, Dan Crenshaw
did
lost.
it just get
Oh,
bought? And then, if he really did win, then you have to grapple with. Then there really are people that the majority are on board with what he's saying, but I don't think that.
No.
So I think it's rigged if he wins.
there you go. There you go. Okay,
He's also like 102. There should be an age cutoff
Everyone
where, like, you
should.
can't call me ageist if you want, but once you're like, I don't know, father time, somebody's gotta cut the fucking apron strings.
at some point it's like dangerous for the person. I'm like, I don't think sometimes Mitch McConnell knows where he's at.
No.
And so that's like, at some point you're abusing an older adult. I'm not trying to be hateful. Like, truly, like, there's sometimes that I'm like, that man's vacant, and they've propped him up, and I always go back to my training where they'd be like, would you sign this person as a client? And they like really hammered us, like, these are the things to check, because you want to give this person the respect and autonomy that they should be able to deal business on their own, but you also can't take advantage of somebody. And so sometimes I see signs on the television that I'm like, I was trained for that. I was trained to watch for that. And I'm like, I would not be able to take him as a client. And yet here they are in charge of things.
Just weekend
Okay.
at Bernie's and him all over town.
No, all over town. So,
Oh,
are we talking about it again? Bear County?
this is not that
Oh,
race,
is
though.
Tony Gonzalez the one that
Definitely do not want to be is Dan Crenshaw. Colin
What?
Allred
he lost?
Where it stood when I lost.
I'm sorry.
That guy.
I'll zoom in on the area here.
He wears a patch?
He does have. He lost the use of his eye in the military, I believe.
This is where Houston is, but this is suburbs.
Was he a Republican?
Yes, and he is.
Steve Toth, Democrat?
No, this is a primary.
Oh.
So Dan Crenshaw is a
Forgot
Trump.
where we were.
This is what I was saying is going to happen. Trump loyalists. Dan Crenshaw loudly pro-Trump, resoundingly defeated.
Yeah.
Donald Trump will get impeached probably in a month, because everybody is going to see Texas kicking the shit out of. It's not just that, like, oh, so many more Democrats came out to vote for Jasmine Crockett or James Talerico or whatever. It's that, like,
Your own flipped on you.
well, people whose all their ads are like, a Donald Trump loyalist does anything Trump wants, are getting fucking ass whipped. And so, oops, people are telling you they don't want that. If they
That's
are
why
voting
everybody's
Republican,
jumping ship and trying to break away from him too. They see it going down.
100%. They missed the Republican Party of their youth. They remember, like, fiscal conservatives who were socially hands off, like not wanting to get into the bedroom, not wanting to bother people in their private lives, more like be more trade focused or whatever. And not this like insane death cult that we now see, which I think is fair to call it a death cult given the reports that the commanders were telling the troops that this is a holy war.
53.
And that Donald Trump,
45.4.
they said that they told the troops that the president was anointed by Jesus Christ to fulfill this mission of this war. And so like we've got death cult members at
That's
the
not
helm. And it's funny because
That's not good.
we've had politicians talking shit about extremists, of other religions for decades now, being like, they're all jihadists and they just want to like bring about Armageddon. Excuse me, it's exactly what you said you want to do. So, same shit, different flavor, I think. It's all a shit
point
sandwich.
The finger, you've got 3 fingers pointing back at yourself.
And one in your mouth. Because why not? What's Kornacki saying?
His situation right now.
Well, I was just going to say, Steve, a holy complication, holy potential for a long night /day/day.
Holy.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean,
instead of
we were
shit,
just
she
talking
just keeps
through
saying
that. I
holy?
mean, what do you do? The vote that was cast in the last 2 hours, do they put it aside? Do they release everything else? Do they not release any? So I have no idea. And I'm hoping you guys maybe can fill in some of the blanks. But the point is, when we do
Let me let
see
Ryan,
that
Steve, let me
vote,
let Ryan Noble jump in here.
So, Steve, I guess the question
Who's
would be,
coughing?
Hard to relate though. Even
Go
people
out of
on
the
MSN like me.
I'm telling you,
I need
they're
a
all
mute button.
fucking stressed.
that Talerico would have to bank that would make whatever vote count doesn't necessarily, is contested in some way, shape, or form because of this court battle. How big of a margin would
What
you have
is-
to go in where
What are
ultimately
they
that
talking
would
about?
matter? Votes
I
get
feel
counted at
lost.
some point or not
I think
counted.
they're talking about, they're trying, basically what Kornacki does is like forecast. And so he'll be like, knowing what we know about the precincts that haven't been called, we can estimate this. So he was basically like giving 2 options like, oh, if Talerico does well here, but she does well here, this might offset that. But I just want to say this is like really impressive. And we know the numbers are like way up. And this is only it says 48% in 268. 1.1 million votes have been cast in the Democratic primary. That's crazy numbers of people coming.
Compared to last year.
Let me see what it was, but it's
So
like
this is like a very good turnout. It was
huge.
There was way
Huge.
more people voting than last year, where I went at least.
No, it's like significantly more just bodies out, and this only says 49% in. So it's like, I think it's big numbers. I will also say, I don't know to the extent people listened or followed, but I saw a couple of folks being like, we're going to go vote in the Democratic primary to like swing it one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know, counting that or whatever.
I've also heard my Dem friends say that. So I think it goes both ways.
True. I did that in the 2016 presidential race because I knew none of the Democrats were going to win Texas, and so I voted for Marco Rubio. So hopefully Donald Trump wouldn't win, but it didn't work out. I didn't want Marco Rubio to win. I just didn't want Donald Trump to have a vote, but it still didn't matter. And then my mom and dad accidentally got signed up for mail from the Trump campaign because it like put it as a Republican lived out the address.
Oh, no.
And then my mother would write obscenities on the envelopes and mail them back
Nice.
from whence they came.
See?
Return
You know
to
what?
sender
Rubio may
swear
have
words.
won, but you were the real winner in the end with that.
Nancy McKinney always wins, honestly. Let's see what we got.
Gosh,
You know,
jump
if you're-
scare.
if you're
Sorry.
Crockett, I say you got to go over 70. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out with Adam. How far over 70? Because it is getting that number's going to have to be.
What is
I
he
have an
talking
estimate
about?
for
He's
you.
talking about, I think
Yeah,
it's starting to
so
get like a
Dallas
little bit. Oh, here we go.
Estimate that we
He's
currently
starting to
have
pull
is
away.
313,000 votes countywide
Yeah.
for the Democratic race.
Okay. So if here we go. Pull my old
He's doing
calculator
math.
out here.
He's calcing.
Hidalgo County also just came
Kornacki
out.
and
Okay, back to
Calkin.
the board.
Yeah, and again, we just said it would be inconceivable if Talerico is not running up the score in Hidalgo County. And look at that, a 36.
It's like
margin for
where
him in
he's
the
kinda
early
from.
vote. And he's now well over 111,000 votes. I'm sorry, give me the expected Dallas County again.
313.
Okay.
313 what?
Right.
313,000 ballots cast in the Democratic primary in Dallas.
94, 119, 120. Yeah.
I thought it was 1.5 or whatever.
No, that's
So
total
let me
ballots
tell you
cast
what we got.
counted so
Our
far in,
expected vote, and this is
in
subject
Texas
to change,
for
and
Oh, either side?
Democrats.
the
No,
issue
for
in Dallas County
Democrats
is
statewide.
To give you an expected vote in Dallas County when we just have no idea the fate of these ballots. So this is purely sort of a theoretical exercise, but I just want to kind of take you through it. Let's say the expected vote out of Dallas
us through our
County,
corn.
is 300,000. Let's use a nice round number there. I think it might be somewhere in that neighborhood. So we say if Crockett were to get 70% of that, right, that would be 210,000 for her. That would be
think she'll get
90,000 for Talerico, right? Okay, so be a difference of 120,000 votes. And you just look at the margin right now that Talerico has. It just continues to rise with more to come in, sitting at 111,000. So when I say she's got to go over, I think she wants to go. If you were Crockett, you'd probably go, I mean, 75.
Is she winning in anywhere?
Super high because
Yeah, she's
we're
won
looking
some
at
places.
one county for her, and we're just looking at kind of Talerico building a plurality kind of in different corners of the state right here. And it's not really, we're talking about, it all comes down to Dallas, it all comes down to Dallas for Crockett. It doesn't come down to one particular place for Talerico. Again, we told you El Paso, we saw that, we told you McAllen, we just saw that. We're still waiting on Williamson. Let's see if, that one's going to drive his
Williamson's
number
near
up further.
Austin, so he'll win that.
She could make a very, very big dent in his lead out of Dallas County, but she's going to need something massive.
Dallas and Houston.
Something massive out there, because again, look at this whole area of the state. These small counties, they're not going to be much, but they are going to add up. They're going to add up, net in the thousands for him. Steve, So, we got some election day vote out of North Carolina for
Okay.
Wake
Lacey
County.
asked a good question while they're talking about North Carolina. She said, is it normal for Republicans and Democrats to get separate ballots, not about the candidates, but the other questions? Mine was too easy, and I was in and out so fast. So what they do on those is each party...
Do you mean the propositions, like
Yes.
how they're worded?
Yeah. So what each party does is basically those are various policy initiatives that they might undertake, and given that you are their constituents, they want to gauge your interest or your stance on those things. And so that way, when somebody in the Democratic Party is like, hey, I want to bring this bill to legalize cannabis, other Democrats who might go, I don't know about that, they could go, look, in your county, 98% of people said that they wanted this. So it kind of gives them like fuel to make policy decisions later. Because the ones on the other ballot were like totally different.
But do you think, correct me if I'm wrong, Lacey, but are you asking if it's worded differently to be biased to one side or the other if you get a Republican ballot versus a Democrat ballot?
What do you mean biased?
The way the wording on the proposition is written, like it's very, at least the way I was reading all of them, it was like, like, do you vote yes if you think that everyone should have free health care and clean water and so we live longer and our health, it was obviously very
They wanted
like
you to say yes.
leaning, and also like kind of like spoon feeding it to you, like, come on, idiot, why wouldn't you vote for this? But is it the same on the other side?
Those ones might be like, don't you agree we need to secure the border and allocate as many resources?
So we do get different
Yes,
questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Because again, they're going to put forth policy initiatives. Frankly, I didn't see what they were. I mean, we can look it up. But
You didn't vote on them?
No, I'm talking about the Republican ones.
Oh, so that's crazy. So then you only are getting... That's not like an accurate statistic you're getting because you're only asking it to the people that you assume are already going to say yes.
Well, I think it's policy initiatives that they already either know are popular or were interested in exploring, and then they can gauge feedback on it. So I don't think they're not getting it because this is something you can vote on right now. They're trying to gauge interest on
hypothetically.
Yeah, and like they have to write bills, so they don't, instead of them just getting in office going, what should we write bills about? They can be like, okay, we did 10 propositions. Most people, we got them. Some people didn't even vote at all on these, so maybe they don't care. And then it kind of helps you kind of guide. I'm also happy to be corrected, but that's my understanding. Okay, let me see. Review your sample ballot. The polls are now closed. Okay, let me see. Republican countywide sample ballot.
I didn't ever know there were different ballots either.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought we all saw the same thing.
No, in the primaries are different. In the generals in November, they are all the same.
Crazy that I just learned that.
So, yeah, so like the propositions on the Republican ballot were Texas property taxes should be assessed at the purchase price and phased out entirely over the next 6 years through spending reductions.
Wait, this is on their ballot?
The Republican ballot.
Okay,
So
wait,
they
I
want to
wasn't paying
defund Texas
attention.
schools. So they've
Can you
asked
start over.
Texas property taxes should be assessed at the purchase price and phased out entirely over the next 6 years through spending reductions. So they're saying if you buy your house for $100,000 and they charge you $1,000 per year, but then the next year your house is worth $200,000 and they were like, well, we do it a percentage, so we're going to increase it. They're saying that it never changes. It stays at the percentage is based on however much you paid for the house when you purchased it. And then after 6 years, you don't pay any more property taxes at all. Everybody's like, that's so great. That's what funds schools. So
There it is. There it is.
Ruh-roh.
But they want
But they want to
everything
go
to be privatized, so that makes sense
100%.
that you wouldn't want to vote for that.
Exactly. So it definitely vibes
If you
with
were
it.
a monster like they are.
And like this is the same thing. Texas should require any local government budget that raises property taxes to be approved by voters at a November general election. So like county
Yeah,
tax
I didn't
assessors.
see that.
Yeah. Texas should prohibit the denial of health care. Texas should prohibit denial of health care or any medical service based solely on the patient's vaccination status.
Ooh.
So there you go.
I certainly didn't see that one.
Texas should require its public schools to teach that life begins at fertilization.
Oh my God. I never knew until this moment.
We're all
This
learning.
moment.
Yes, Button, you're correct.
That one, that we had different shit, and then also I just hate like knowing how heavy-handed it is.
Well, you'll love this one. Texas should ban gender, sexuality, and reproductive clinics and services in K through 12 schools.
Oh my God.
Here's one
Is
we
the next
might.
question, we need to make sure we have enough money for the suicide hotline, because that's going to go way up if we take all this away.
I don't think
They
they
should allot for that.
doesn't have nothing to do with any of that. So they said Texas should enact term limits on all elected officials. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Get behind that. Okay, Texas should ban the large-scale export or sale of our groundwater and surface water to any single private or public entity. I would also agree with this because I think it was Arizona that maybe sort of sold all of their future water rights to like Saudi Arabia. So that's going to be a rough go of it when the AI sucks
Water
up all
rights?
the juice. Yeah,
What do you
look into foreign investment in United States public water rights, and your asshole will tighten. Anyway.
But what are water rights?
Then people in Arizona are going to have to pay the Saudi government to access their own water at some point, is my understanding. Again, perhaps I'm wrong. Yeah, the kitty litter boxes, remember that? Man, that was a great moment with Talerico.
Who has the rights to like Dallas water?
We're good. They hadn't sold it, and I think that's what they're
No,
trying
but
to
I just
prohibit.
mean, who does have them?
The county. So the state, I guess, owns it, and then probably I'm trying to get a tour of the local water tower. So once I do that, I'll be sure to ask all these questions. And then my friend goes, "You think the water tower is cool? You got to see the sewage treatment plant." So try to see both of them. Looking at you, Councilman. Get me in there. But no, I think
Not the sewage plant.
I gotta
go
see
to the
it.
other one.
I'm gonna see them both. But
I see the other one.
I think the county is in charge of like chlorinating and filtering it and all that good stuff, and then charging you for it. Okay. And then Texas legislature should reduce the burden of illegal immigration on taxpayers by ending public services for illegal aliens. Their
Oh.
words, not mine. The Republican-controlled Texas legislature should stop awarding leadership positions, including committee and subcommittee chairmanships and vice chairmanships, to Democrats. Because it's always been like, okay, let a couple of theirs in, and we'll all work together. They're saying, shut them out.
We don't want to work with anybody that might challenge our racist, homophobic, sexist,
How do you say this word?
Islamophobic, whatever
if it's
else
gonna count
you
in
want
the
to use
election.
to describe
Yeah,
them.
I think it's just
Sharia.
it's a legally dubious.
The last one is Texas should prohibit Sharia law. They're very concerned about that.
What's that?
It is, let me get a Google.
We should prohibit it, so we
Yeah.
should not allow this.
Yes, it is the body of Islamic religious law based on scriptures, particularly the Quran and Hadith. It's my understanding, though, it's sort of this a pretext to discriminate against people that practice the Muslim faith.
And the question was,
Prohibit Sharia law.
should we prohibit?
It's sort of become like a talking point for, in my experience and what I've heard. And I'm willing to see any links of look at that, Dallas County.
He has a much smaller pool to draw from. It was 190,000. Now she's only going to draw from somewhere around, roughly around 120,000 votes, maybe fewer. Okay, again, trying to drive up a plurality to counter what is now a
Sorry, I'm trying to make it full screen.
71,000 vote lead for Talerico statewide.
51.8
Again,
and what?
there are some, you look here in East Texas, we talked about how,
Sharia,
large
thanks,
black
guys.
populations, voting populations in a lot of these counties, a place here, this is like where Texarkana is. I expect this is going to go well for Crockett. There are some others in here. Harrison County, I think it's going to go, very well for Crockett. So there are some places in here. But again, like East Texas here, I want to make sure not to include Houston in this, but East Texas, where she's going to get these big margins, it's probably 4% of all the votes in the statewide primary. Again, that's like the equivalent of El Paso, basically, of El Paso County. In terms of the votes that are going to come out of here. So I'm just looking at this map, trying to see where else outside of Dallas County, where else is Crockett in line to get a big batch of votes. She is leading
Houston.
next door here in Tarrant County. She's not running up the kind of number, in Tarrant County that she got out of Dallas County, but in the early vote in Tarrant, it is about a 12-point lead for her. This is Fort Worth. There are going to be a fair
grew up
number
in
of votes
Tarrant
here. So
County.
if the same day vote in Tarrant is anything like the early vote, she will net, she'd be able to get another, I don't know,
I would
10,000
say
votes or something
right
out of that.
leaning, though.
But again, Chase
Has
City
been.
was a 70,000 vote advantage
Yeah,
to Talerico.
that's true.
You're just
Recently,
seeing Talerico, I think,
they went the other
statewide
way.
Shifting.
here. There's a
big old deal.
Together statewide
We
here.
love to see it.
that I think
59%
really-
reporting right now. 59% reporting. It's too early to call. Talerico at 51.8, Crockett 46.9. Sorry to everyone else who tried.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for attempting.
Who did? Was there one other
Dog,
person?
I don't even know. Maybe a couple other. There was at least
No, yeah, there were
One or
several
two?
more.
one or two. But yeah, let
and
me
you
see if I
gotta
have
like
any news.
know. At some point, if like in this race, it's always been very like kind of clear that it would come down to these two. And
Yeah.
I'm sure if you're another candidate running, you're very aware of that. So at some
Gotta
point,
believe in yourself.
I think financially you might want to
hey,
wait
man.
and then bow out and then come back.
Try again. Aaron Parnas has called it. He's called the Democratic primary. He said James Talerico has won the Democratic primary in Texas, quoting Dave Wasserman. And Aaron said, for reference, Wasserman has never been wrong in a race when he's called it before. And Wasserman at 10:03, so like 20 minutes ago.
The same Wasserman that is the
Epstein files. That's
the
Casey.
CEO of some talent agency.
That is Casey Wasserman. Skip ad. Yeah, I don't have YouTube Premium. Don't judge me. Okay, so I hit skip ad just like we all do. Yeah, the first batch of early votes had been released. Jasmine is underperforming what she needs to overtake Talerico. According to Kornacki, she needs to win at least 70% of the vote. Talerico is more likely to be favored to win. So he's sounds like he's taking it. It's like Mary said, either is good, honestly. Like I said, I have no.
I'm not surprised. I would have been super stoked for her to win, or that I'm super stoked she won. Wasn't that really cool when like all those votes got found and they were for her?
Yeah, everybody. It seems like Democratic wins media and majority Democrats have called it for Talerico.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why he's not.
Oh, it says this was
60% in.
this was going to be my guess, was that Paxton and Cornyn would end up in a runoff. Oh, there you go. He's about to call it. So this Wesley Hunt gentleman sufficiently split the vote. So we'll have to hear from those two blowhard dickheads for the next however long.
This room is so big, and it's just them and like a camera person, and that stresses me out for some reason.
Yeah, this guy is just.
Is anyone else like it makes you anxious? The room is too big for that many people.
Yeah, someone said the primary's over. Let's do something. Let's come together and do something Dems have not done for a generation. Shock the world and flip Texas blue. Yeah. People, there's a lot of like whoever wins has my unwavering support. Greg Abbott won the primary race. Well, awesome. Super. Fuck that guy.
Somebody should roll him into traffic.
Well, hopefully this means Crockett will be on her way to a different perhaps higher position. Something. I don't
maybe
know.
get tapped for, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like they luckily ran a fairly classy campaign. I feel like there was a lot of vitriol pointed, at least maybe in my limited algorithm, at Jasmine Crockett from people, just denigrating her for various reasons that struck me as sort of rooted in, the constant abuse that black women receive in the United States. Pretty much at every turn. And so it was, it was kind of disappointing, but I never saw it specifically from Talerico or his campaign. So I would never hold, just because people are, and for all I know, they were bots. You know what I mean? They weren't even actual supporters or anything. So I was always very pleased to see how classy he was, and same with her being like, oh my gosh, like full support, obviously. And not the, insane mudslinging you usually do see. Yeah, it was crazy though that they had to really sue for the ballots here in Dallas. I mean that was intentional.
So what was the end result? Did they count the ones that came in after?
Let me see.
Wasn't that what the whole hubbub was about?
Yeah. Let me see really quick. I'm going to search it on
Yeah.
It's easier.
Corpse Bane, I would agree. That's my only real complaint is I wish he wasn't quite so Christian.
There you go.
But he's better than.
At least he's a good Jesus follower.
Yeah, he's better than what's going on right now.
I'm like, there's death cult kinds and there's good Jesus following kinds.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be my neighbor any day. I don't want anyone in a death cult as my neighbor. Whether it's fucking the guys in Garland, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
God. We talked.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
That's the one where he just went and looked up at the sky and was like,
Not today.
I was wrong.
Sorry, gang. You can hang your white cowboy hats at the door.
Yeah, they were all white.
Yeah,
and
they
white
would
cowboy
go
hats.
ride their.
What's that called? God of.
I can look
something.
it up. Let me search for a news result.
Oh, did Gina win?
Gina Hinojosa?
That is who I voted for.
Let's see. Results.
It's a fun name to say.
It is. Live results on Fox 4 News. Gina has won, looks like 59%. She's won. AP has called it. Greg Abbott won his race.
Well,
let's look what else we've
eat
got.
a dick.
Yeah. Greg Abbott won the race for hugest douche. It's crazy because it was a tight race this year. There's a lot of candidates everywhere.
It's crazy that they can narrow it down to just one.
Yeah, but Abbott took the lead. They looked at everything
Cruz
he's done.
was honorable mention.
Yeah, they looked at his face and his hats and everything, and they decided, okay.
What a corrupt sack of shit he is.
Who? Greg Abbott? Oh, absolutely. He's fucking takes so much money from billionaires. Suck them off.
What are you writing?
I'm trying to Google.
This is so long.
I'm just like having as many words as I can have. Okay, let's see. Here, no, I can't find. Why is there not information? Where am I?
I think it's overwhelmed.
I broke the internet.
You've given
Here,
us, like,
here. Fox
70
4 News
words
found me.
to
I found
search
it.
for.
Where did it go? Okay. Good to know there. Okay, here we go. The Texas Supreme Court. Fox 4 News came through. Steve Eager wouldn't let me down. The Texas Supreme Court has blocked a Dallas County judge's order to extend the Democrat primary by 2 hours to 9 p.m. That means every vote in Dallas from someone who is not already in line at 7 p.m. will not be counted. Ken Paxton asked to block it because he's a bitch. It didn't say that because he said he didn't get the proper notice. So
What does that matter?
I don't know.
It would be. You're also getting those votes.
Yeah. True.
So if you don't want to allow that,
It said Democratic only.
why?
I think that's what their lawsuit said. Because the Democratic Party asked for an extension because of confusion about the changes. Republicans and Democrats held a separate election instead of a joint election. That meant a change from normal county-wide voting to precinct-specific voting.
Oh.
Democrats claimed the county elections website crashed and that polling locations were listed inaccurately on the Secretary of State's website. Honestly, also probably true and intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Abbott, it says a fourth nomination.
This new
Get
change is only makes it more difficult to do something that was already difficult for a lot of people.
No, I agree. And like I said, intentionally,
Yeah.
for sure. Thank you, Fox 4 News.
Oh, Kornacki's back.
What are we saying?
And maybe some folks had thought versus finishing behind Paxton and having to say, well, I'll make up for it in the runoff where I couldn't do in a preliminary.
And Steve, just walk us through what it looks like, because we're just talking to Phil in Dallas, who kind of mapped out the fact that John Cornyn's a strong closer here. Where was, I mean, and I understand we're still
Kara
counting the
Sedgwick's
vote,
the
and this is
closer.
very close, and it's all going to a runoff. But again, here he is with a narrow lead, which is Ryan's pointing out. No one expected that.
John Cornyn.
Which one is that one?
Places here, we figured
John Cornyn, the incumbent senator, and then Ken Paxton, the criminal
Dallas,
challenging him.
Metroplex and around the Austin area. And by the way, I think worth pointing out here, we don't have any of the vote. This is true on the Democratic side and on the Republican side. I think he's going to do very well in this county, Williamson County, right outside of Austin. So that could certainly help him there in the statewide category. But look, around in the immediate Metroplex there, Dallas, Fort Worth, you can see
Metroplex.
advantages for
We
Cornyn,
live-
but
yeah,
also
we live
north
in
of
a
Dallas here in the
Metroplex.
and then up here in Denton, advantages here.
Shout
It
out.
wasn't as clear he'd have an advantage here, and even getting sort of this Texoma region here, right along the border. These are small here, but I think I was a little surprised to me when I saw the early vote coming in Grayson County, and I saw Cornyn ahead.
At least
I thought when
Wesley
you
Hunt got
out
his
to the
picture on
fringes
TV.
of the Metroplex, it might not hold up as well.
That's what his
Additionally,
mom
the fact
This is
that
just a
here in
Republican
County,
result.
It's essentially a tie right now. I think maybe a bit of a surprise here. Paxton actually had done very well in Harris County when he was challenged by George P. Bush from the Bush family with deep ancestral
The
ties
Bush.
to Harris
Bush
County. It's
family.
where George H.W.
Great question. Laurel Button said Austin went red. No, these are just the people that picked the Republican ballot. They're fighting amongst themselves, clawing to see who will go to the general.
blown out, as we said, as
Blown
we
out.
thought might happen here.
Somebody had a
Cornyn did
blowout?
north there in Montgomery County, but he's not getting blown out in Fort Bend County. These are
People are
giant
getting
suburbs
blown
south of
out.
Houston.
Who's
You know,
getting
we're the same
blown
day,
out?
You know, it's close here. So
Paxton's
he's not
getting
getting
blown
You know
out?
what? Blown out in
This
Houston.
is
By
really
I'm gonna write
Fido,
that song.
his dog.
Did you hang on? Did you hear Ken Paxton?
Tonight, I think there was a sense that there'd be more.
It was a
of these,
Pomeranian?
Maybe not 30 points, but
No,
more
it wasn't.
double-digit
It's a
Paxton
male
places.
Pomeranian.
Shut up.
County
I would never say that.
Obviously, that's another.
But I
fast-growing,
did hear that.
But it did happen.
part of the
But it did,
Metroplex.
I don't know
can't
the
say that. It
breed.
never did.
Paxton has to do well.
Was it
Yeah, no, I mean, again,
I
so
don't know the
this is
Never
the
happened.
Metroplex
Did
in
it?
Republican politics is you find the Republican election, I think there's a higher concentration than elsewhere. It's a little more affluent, a little more college educated, it's a little more culturally moderate.
Culturally
I
moderate?
think,
Where is he
you know,
talking
these were
about?
places that were musts for Cornyn
Oh,
coming
kind of like
into tonight.
maybe Denton.
But they've been so far, they've been delivering. For
Everybody's
us.
getting
Again,
blown
we talked
out.
about it immediately in Dallas and Fort Worth, but this is when you get north of Dallas and you're going Collin, Denton counties here. You know,
Collin
north
County
of
is,
Dallas, you can get
pretty
into a
red.
lot of those kind of well-to-do suburbs, and you know Cornyn is doing quite well there. Still some vote to come in. But
That's
enough
because
that,
they're at least,
as
they
we
may
say
be
statewide,
right-leaning, but
he's
they're
got
not
an advantage there of almost 3
stupid.
points.
Steve, thank you. We're going to come back to you. Ryan, I want to sneak you in here.
And truly, like, John Cornyn's not, like, the worst. He hasn't, like, been a total, like, pick-me for Trump. You know what I mean? He's, like, been, like, I support him, but he hasn't been, like, as pathetic as some other politicians have been, which I guess is a very low bar. Low bar in hell. Mm-hmm. A low bar in hell. Well, what else is happening?
Oh, did they?
Let's see.
They called.
Oh, look, Colin Allred.
Poll close.
Oh, fuck.
So that
God damn
early
it. This
vote
is
in
where I
Dallas
live.
County,
Boo.
we now have 61% of the
Who?
votes is a Dallas County.
Fucking
vote.
Colin
who?
Stupid Allred. All right, buddy,
Oh,
you're about to
Julie
fucking hear from
Johnson.
me. Here's what I have to say to Colin Allred. I hope you
In
watch
this
this.
area, not a lot of this district. It was only part of this district. This district is a product of this summer's Texas Republican redistricting effort. It's now an overwhelmingly Democratic district. Allred had this sort of ancestor district here. Allred represented from 2018 to 2024.
Thank
before
you,
he ran
Laurel.
for the U.S. Senate. When he gave it up to run for the Senate, Julie Johnson
Just
came
block
in and
people.
took it. Allred, after losing that Senate race, started running for the Senate in that Talerico Crockett primary, got out of it and said, I'm coming back to run in this district.
See,
against
like that's what I was
Johnson,
saying.
incumbent
At
succeeded
some
him.
point,
Thank
you're
you,
like,
Harris.
I'm not gonna
Maybe
win.
that was a wise decision on
beat
his
one of
part.
them.
An
It was
11.5
clearly.
point lead here for him, 45 and change, 34 with the early.
Here's this from a person who was once one of his constituents. I found him not responsive. I have found Julie Johnson to be very responsive. So all that means is while we align certainly on some things politically, although we've got some other things that we disagree on, he's going to hear from me. Much like, because I would try to call Julie Johnson's
hear from
office,
her.
because I call Ted Cruz and John Cornyn all the time. I'll call him fucking right now and say, I got a lot of shit to talk about. And so when I call them, they never answer. It's always a voicemail. But Julie Johnson, it literally throws me off because I would call and they'd be like, Julie Johnson's office. And I'm like, you're a person. And I was like, I just wanted to encourage the congresswoman to, vote positively on this or whatever. They're like, yeah, she already is. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Like, not rude, but they're like, of course. Is there anything else we can help you with? And I was like, no, everything's cool. I mean, I said like, not everything's cool, but I just found them very good and responsive.
And then 4 hours later, you're like, anyways,
Hey,
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. I just needed to.
Had some stuff I needed to get off my chest.
I needed to just unleash it. Okay, here.
This would be, if Johnson cannot reverse this in the same day vote, this would be an incumbent losing. We've got an incumbent, certainly, just trying to zoom out here. There we go. We've got an incumbent.
Did she run
We're talking about
unopposed
this
last time?
In just absolute grave danger here.
Say it again?
In Texas too with Dan Crenshaw.
Did she run unopposed last time?
I don't think so. I think she just won the primary. Let's look up this Steve Toth guy.
Toth. Isn't that a Greek god too?
Maybe so. He's an American businessman, an ordained pastor,
What about is he a Greek god?
and he is a Greek god of
Nice.
Montgomery County, it looks like. What's his deal? Let's see if we can find like a little candidate, FYI. Because he beat, like I said, Dan Crenshaw, who he's like been on stuff because he got into it with Pete Davidson on SNL because Pete Davidson maybe made like a mean remark about his eye patch. And then like maybe Pete like apologized and then he had him on or something like that. Y'all tell me that y'all remember.
And how'd that go?
I mean, I think it was one of those kind of like he kind of trying to like smooth it over.
But he's still pissed about it, probably.
Oh, I mean, you know what I mean. You got to meet Pete Davidson at the very least, though. But then you lost your primary. Sorry. Oh no. Steve is a state rep down by the Woodlands area, and yeah, ranked. Oh, look at that. Rice University ranked him as having the third most conservative voting record of all 150 Texas House members. He's basically the furthest right lane of the GOP. He says he will not be co-opted by leadership or establishment Republicans. He authored legislation banning critical race theory and the social transitioning of children in Texas schools, which he said is being used as a model in other states. He co-authored the Texas heartbeat abortion ban, a bill that would have prohibited abortion entirely. He's also a constitutional carry supporter, which means you don't have to get anything at all. You just by right should be able to have a gun with no restrictions whatsoever. And he wrote the Firearms Protection Act, making it a misdemeanor to interfere with the Texans' Second Amendment rights. So if you try to take someone's gun away, that's a crime. He's anti-vaccine and anti-mask mandate, advocated strongly for medical autonomy, and during COVID, pushed monoclonal antibody treatments as an alternative. I thought that was a good thing, but anyway. Crenshaw has drawn fire from right-wing media figures like Tucker Carlson over his support for Ukraine aid and hawkish foreign policy. But yeah,
And this guy is winning.
This Toth guy is even further right than Dan Crenshaw, who voted 100% with Donald Trump in 2025. And this guy's even more right than
And
him.
this guy is beating Dan Crenshaw?
Yes, he beat Dan Crenshaw.
Oh, he did beat.
Yes, it's been called.
Okay.
And he was
fantastic.
I believe he had a lot. He's Christian nationalist adjacent, hard
Oh.
right. He had like
Will
the
fit in great.
yeah, he had the support of like Turning Point USA and like other like fellow Republicans in the House. So there you go. Well, he beat that guy. Al Green is losing his seat. That's a big deal.
order.
Al
So,
Green is the guy that was holding the sign that said "Black people are not apes" during the State of the Union. He's losing. Go back.
Has lost the early vote by almost 20 points there. That's an extraordinarily tall order. And so
math.
I think you look at this and we say, Dan Crenshaw, Republican in the 2nd District, is in
There you go.
the most danger of any incumbent right now. Quickly followed by Julie Johnson, Democrat in the 33rd District. And in the 18th District, where an incumbent has to lose, Al Green, I think that's a very, very rough position for him to be in. He did very well in that Fort Bend portion of the district, enough to keep him kind of in the game here.
43,
But
yeah.
there's
It's not by a
tough thing
huge
for him to try to
amount.
overcome there. And then that leaves over in North Carolina here,
Oh, there we
just
go.
checking in.
But yeah, Al Green's, I think he's been in his seat for a while, but looks like a younger fella has primaried him. So, you know what? Thanks for your service, but I think I can get some young folks in there.
Yeah.
Some new blood.
Time for some fresh eyes.
I was like, I think whoever came up with the idea that each state gets like a certain number of years of age. So if you send like an 87-year-old, then you also have to send a 13-year-old. Like you only get 100 years between them.
Oh.
So you get like a 40-year-old, a
Break it up.
60-year-old, two 30-year-olds, whatever, you know. So, or I guess two 50-year-olds. But anyways, and I
That's
said,
interesting.
fucking send a 13-year-old. They've got good ideas.
I'd
Listen
probably-
to kids.
yeah,
There's a
or
couple
like-
of kids I'd listen to over adults.
Like
They're fairer, kinder.
Like a 20-year-old and a
80-year-old.
80-year-old.
Yeah.
Those are two
Bernie Sanders and AOC. They're
different, probably interests and beliefs.
Split it up. Let the youth decide. Trixie and Katia were saying how the same people that wouldn't wear a mask are now iced up there. Icicled up. Oh,
Icicled
man.
up.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Man, they...
Every time they come up on my feed, it's fun. That's just the
Wail of the sirens.
sounds of the night.
Dallas, city of Dallas. It's sirens and tires, gunshots and fires. It's Dallas. And that's the background is
For real, it is so constant. This one's bigger than usual.
It sounded like the honk honk of a
Get the fuck out the way.
fire truck.
It's the other thing, though. People don't give a shit.
What do you mean? They just stand in the way of the police
I
cars?
mean, everybody around here just drives like shit. So,
It is crazy.
you know, yeah, people won't get over or just somehow they're in the
Off
way.
in front of it. I'm like, there's someone in that ambulance. Could you move?
Trying to get to somebody.
Like,
Could you move,
right?
please?
Could you just stop for 2 seconds? What'd I say? Sirens and tires.
Something in fires.
Gunshots and fires. The other night we were counting, and it was like the double digits.
Oh my God, that
I
was
literally
like, that's an assault rifle.
we were like, that's 20
No,
shots.
we,
I
and
think
then
it was
we had to ask Claude. Like,
yeah.
and then you even did it like
It was like
da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it told us that
I think
it was
it was
most
a
likely
semi-automatic.
automatic pistol, I think.
It was like, call 911 and get inside. I
And
was
I'm
like,
like,
you
that
don't
is
know.
what it sounds like. Yeah, I mean, what do you
Yeah.
tell him?
Nah.
I hear a bunch of gunshots. I don't know where they're coming from.
Who knows?
Who knows?
That's fine. And like I said, if you call Dallas
They don't.
police,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean, well,
gonna be
they're
like,
overwhelmed.
what do you want us to do about it?
I think they're overwhelmed, and then unless you can tell them who's got the gun in their hand, they're like, well, that doesn't help us.
What do you want us to do?
They're like, we'll check the flock cameras and those listening devices we've implanted in all the neighborhoods. You all know they have those, right? They listen. They listen for gunshots and loud sounds. So this guy, Tony Gonzalez, is winning. This is crazy.
Whoa, Laurel, the artist, you got an opportunity of a lifetime.
Can I tell an unrelated story to what she said? One time I went on a trip with my family, and my brother-in-law was like, do you want to see this cool hypersonic laser, like this, like the most powerful laser you've ever seen? And he got it at like Dick's Sporting Goods or
What
somewhere.
does it do? Like cut through something?
No, it's just like, we used it to shine it into the lake at night to point at fish.
Okay, like that kind of.
But we did tell the kids, we were like, you cannot shine this into the sky because it's illegal to shine into the sky. But I'm going to go on a family trip again this summer. That'll be fun. Maybe he'll bring his laser again and we can find fish. Okay, so Representative Tony Gonzalez of Texas has been called to resign, and he's
has been called to resign.
Yeah.
More than wipe it out. Do we know it all?
Kornacki is talking about him.
So, yeah, we have a little bit of Uvalde. There's some election day vote in Uvalde. There's about 800 election day.
Yep.
And Herrera is winning that 54-28.
Okay. So Herrera is building his lead with the election day. This, if you're Herrera, is good news for you. Again, like
9-9, Jen.
50%
Thanks for
coming out
hanging.
of there, like 15, 16's coming out here, 10%'s coming out of Uvalde, and he is running better than in 2024 there.
There you go.
And this is Valverde County we're waiting on still.
But the crazy thing about...
Is he still not called Talerico though?
I don't know that he's like officially called it, but I think he's...
Everyone else has.
Others have. The Tony Gonzalez guy, though, if you're not familiar, he is a 3-term congressman. He has been pressured to resign because last month reports were published that alleged to show explicit text messages between him and a staffer, a former staffer, and he is a father of 6. 20-year career in the U.S. Navy, included time in Iraq and Afghanistan. He said he was being blackmailed and that he's the target of a coordinated political attack.
Blackmailed about what?
About these explicit text messages.
So he alleges that they're fake. Someone created these to blackmail him?
Yeah, I think so. So it looks like that also.
Buddy, come on.
I think.
Own up to it.
Yeah, well, let's just call it what it is, buddy. Okay. Yeah, MSNBC, okay, it's too early to call on Talerico and Crockett. I do think that he'll win, but...
Yeah.
But yes, the woman who was his aide, Regina Ann Santos Aviles, passed away. An autopsy ruled her death was self-immolation.
Oh.
And so she was a director of his regional district office in Uvalde. They had an affair in 2024. According to an autopsy, she was illegally intoxicated at the time. Blood alcohol of 0.094. But the challenger...
do we believe that?
It says, in the hours before she... take a pause, TW, if I'm about to describe this. In the hours before she allegedly soaked her, not allegedly, the autopsy revealed she has soaked herself with gasoline and ignited the fluid with a handheld lighter. She had gone to an Applebee's restaurant in Uvalde with longtime friends and members of her family. A family member told police that she had one drink at the restaurant, and afterwards she and another person stopped at a liquor store and purchased tequila, according to police reports. She drank some of the tequila at a friend's home. Because she had been drinking, a family member drove her home. She left her car behind. An autopsy found that she had no illicit drugs in her system. But
where was her body found?
she had set herself, allegedly set herself on fire, is what they're saying, in her backyard, and her husband called 911.
So where's the part about that gives some context as to why she would do something like that?
He was texting her. Let me find the exact text messages that.
So the husband was home when this happened?
That's what it seemed like.
Interesting.
Representative Gonzalez repeatedly requested sexy photos. She was hesitant, saying, "You don't really want hot pictures of me." And he said, "I'm just such a visual person. Sorry." He asked her about her sexual preferences. She said, "This is going too far, boss." And then she said, "How long have you thought I was this hot?" And then in June 2024, her husband texts the representative and several staffers telling them that he is filing for divorce due to the discovery of the messages, texting the group, quote, "She's been having an affair with your boss, Tony Gonzalez." The recipients of those texts included several staffers. He's denied he engaged in an affair. So I guess she died by suicide last fall in September 25.
Though, was it his wife or the other woman?
The staffer, yeah, so the woman with whom he was having an affair.
And it was in his backyard or her
Their
own?
own house. Her own house.
Her own house.
Yeah.
He was not there.
Yes. But
Yes, he was, or yes, he wasn't.
no, the representative was not present
So she was discovered.
by her husband, who I believe called 911.
Oh, she was married.
Yes.
I thought just he was married.
And he the staffer's husband texted everybody and said, "By the way, my wife is having an affair with y'all's boss. I'm filing for divorce." Yeah. So
they just accepted that was suicide
yeah.
with no questions asked.
I mean, there was an autopsy and the police investigated.
Yeah. But I mean, soaked in gasoline is soaked in gasoline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be graphic. One would think that perhaps there would be some sort of like surveillance footage or something like that. I don't know.
Either way, terrible way to go.
Yeah, no, it really is a very painful way. Yeah, it looks like her husband called Representative Gonzalez a predator and was like, he really pursued her. But she began to be frozen out of work after she texted others about the affair, and he stopped inviting her. Like, her boss basically started retaliating against her when she told people about
they
it.
were
That they
sleeping
had,
together?
well, or like had like at least texted or flirted or whatever. And then she went from the a former colleague said she went from the #1 employee in the office to nothing. She started taking antidepressants.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, in the summer of 2025, just weeks before her death, she had started taking antidepressants, and police were called to her home in 2025 following an alleged prior attempt. Her husband said the couple had separated after the affair, but were working on reconciling, and that she had been spiraling and repeatedly discussing about hurting herself. An attorney representing the husband said that the congressman coerced Miss Santos Aviles into a sexual relationship, and her mental health declined sharply following its end. The representative has declined the affair and accused the husband of blackmail. He said that the husband had emailed saying maybe we can settle this up for $300K in an NDA.
Had the affair happened a while before her passing?
So it looks like that it went on May 2024, and then so it didn't really seem like, I mean, she worked there in 2021, and it seems like he started pushing things in like late 2024, which makes sense that she responded, "How long have you thought I was this hot?" And probably like kind of out of character because she was like, "Going too far, boss," or whatever. So she started working there in 2021, and then 24 was when he texted her. And then from May, she told others, like, he's texting me for sexy pictures. And then I guess he found out she said something, and then she started getting iced out, and it made her depressed. And then she had to take antidepressants. And then, it sounds like he definitely
really did a number on her.
If all that's true, it probably is. Sounds like it was definitely like retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the description of the behavior is retaliation. Just because the guy also asked for money doesn't mean the shit didn't happen.
The
You
early
know.
vote
Is there like a charge for that? Or I guess is that a crime? Is rather the question.
I don't really. I mean, you probably, honestly, the husband could probably sue civilly. You could say like loss of consortium and like maybe try to allege wrongful death. You might have difficulty with causation because
Like defamation.
I don't think he really said anything. The congressman's only ever said really nice things about him. The congressman could sue the husband for defamation and say like, "Oh, that affair didn't really happen." But if the husband wanted money, he probably had to sue for wrongful death. But it's interesting. He's kind of winning his. I mean,
Yeah, and so
despite all that,
what is he winning? What's he running in?
Congressional
Okay.
representative down in like the Uvalde area. So, whoops. I guess, you know what? If you can dream it, do it. Don't ever. I'm like, why don't we just all have the audacity of a fucking dude who's like,
But also,
I'm still gonna
yeah,
run. Like if all that came out, I'd be like, I couldn't possibly run.
I'd go
I couldn't possibly
live in a
run.
cave.
This is so embarrassing. It's crazy. Somebody found out I was being a pervert via text messages. That's why I'm always a pervert in person in the woods where there's no cameras. But yeah, it's like one would think you'd be like, okay, well, for the sake of my constituents, I should resign. But that would be a selfless person, and oftentimes these people are egotistical maniacs. So who knows?
Who told her full story on the first episode?
You're talking about Monica Lewinsky?
Is that who we're talking about?
Maybe so.
Because she was just
I'd love to
raked
hear about that.
over the coals, man.
Wrongfully portrayed.
I mean, she became like there weren't memes at the time, but essentially that.
Oh, yeah.
SNL
Late
joke.
night
Yeah,
punchline.
late night punchlines. I mean, she was in a Beyonce song not long ago.
What'd they say about her?
Which song is it that Monica Lewinsky all on my gown or something?
Oh. Damn.
I can hear the song, but I can't think of the name of it. Partition.
Okay. Monica Lewinsky. Well, you're
There you have
iconic. You've been
Yeah,
in
you're
the
known for
Beyonce song.
something, not what you would want to be known for.
No,
And like how dirty just like everybody did her. If something like that happened now, I would hope the victim blaming would not be as insane as that was.
I mean, it feels like we've come further, but then,
Yeah.
but
then Ken Paxton.
But then this guy just
Okay, it's
just won the thing. The whole thing. Oh man. Well, there's it sounds like they're calling it bad news.
what?
The U.S. military has launched new offensive operations in Ecuador, targeting what it calls narco-terrorists. Let me double check that.
So this is like the 10th country we've bombed now?
We got a lot of fires going on now. Yes, that turns out yes. On March 3rd, U.S. and Ecuadorian military forces launched joint operations. The action, coordinated by U.S. Southern Command, aims to combat designated terrorist organizations and illicit drug trafficking. The operation follows a meeting between a couple of people saying to do that, so they're on that.
Well, awesome. How's it going over in like
Iran?
Beirut and all of those
What
places?
everybody's up to.
Check in. Just do the round the world check. The round the world nightly check. That's what I do.
Around the world.
Some call it doom scrolling. I call it a round the world nightly check.
I'm just trying to
see
get my swipe on.
what all is going on. I need to be kept abreast in all the fucking different hellscapes.
You know, it's great. Let me see what we can do. Let's type in. It's called a holy war. That's kind of what's going viral right now, is the information that the Military Religious Freedom Foundation received over 200 complaints from service members alleging that commanders are calling the Iran conflict a, quote, holy war, and troops were told President Trump was, quote, anointed by Jesus to start Armageddon.
The troops are saying this,
They're being told that.
but people have come out and said
They
this is what they're telling us.
They reported to the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, and they made complaints. And so that organization has compiled their complaints and gone public with them.
Oh my.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
And when you have people like that,
yeah.
there's no reasoning with them.
Yeah, and I feel like, you kind of are not dealing in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like...
Because it's, like you said, a death cult, and they're following a cult leader.
It's literally like, we think if we do these horrible things, a ghost will come and talk to us. And I'm not trying to be, like, reductive, but that's like, you know what I mean? Am I wrong? Look up the heifer shit, you know what I mean? The guy, let me get that, I have it over here. But the guy with the Texas cattle rancher that got all the...
the red heifer?
Got all the ads out for the red heifer, and then took him to, and they burned him up, and then, I don't know what's going on. But I believe it's...
Wait, they killed it? Oh, yeah. They bred it to kill it, right?
Yeah, it was like the point. Because it's a sacrificial thing.
But it has to be the perfect one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in the meantime, what are they doing with the ones that didn't come out the way they wanted?
It's nuts, man. I probably ate them. I don't know. Deal. They had to be perfect. They couldn't link them up. But wild stuff, believe in yourself. Do whatever you want, because this shit is off the rails. Look at that. Too early to call. Kornacki's holding in there.
Yeah, I mean, we got a whole bunch of
Because
incumbents
he
like
knows
this.
everybody else called it. He wants to be the one person
edging
that...
us.
Yeah, do you want me to go?
Doesn't.
We got a bunch of House incumbents who may be losing.
I mean, there's a strategy to that, because all the people that want her to win would tune into
Oh,
them.
thank you, Laurel.
What?
She said that the heifer has to be born in Israel, so they're failing. Yeah, I thought it sounded like they were cheating, putting ads in the paper. This guy's like, I'll just buy one. I was like, I think God knows where you got it. Like, you can't trick the Lord.
What if you just bred them in Israel?
That's what she said. I think that's what they're supposed to do.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Man.
Crazy stuff. Who knows?
Religion, man.
We've all got our own
I'm hearing
beliefs.
it. Yeah.
Religion.
I stared at the lake for 10 straight minutes. It's my religion.
Well, it doesn't involve
Sorry, guys. We're
killing a bunch of
it's
people.
one of those things where I don't think there's enough time to start a new thought, so I'm.
And there's no characterization on this.
What?
So that's like up in the air.
Yeah, other than runoff.
Okay.
What does he say?
You have what just came. I just.
He's panicking, it seems.
Did you just get it? If I missed something.
Oh no.
Yeah.
God, this is why I can't watch these.
Montgomery, 3,500 votes. And maybe we'll get an update in that Crenshaw race shortly then, but nothing there.
We got more out of Montgomery.
Yeah.
something else?
Oh my
We got
gosh,
North, South
the
Texas. Is that what it is?
anxiety I feel for them.
Yeah, it's a bunch of small updates. Cash drop. Now, let's see if we can.
I just realized they don't like cut away to commercials.
No,
do
this
they?
is the
We're
Kornacki
going to
cam.
10 packs. Okay.
This is a
So
special
we're
thing.
gonna just pick this up.
This is a special thing on YouTube.
I'm just looking at the decision desk.
That was me. I skipped it
You just
forward.
did a dope remix.
I'm Kornacki. Keep the votes on stacky. The I feel like the version on MS Now. Oh, they're talking about. Hang on, our peeps.
Former Yankee has won the Republican primary there to replace him. I want to go to Texas 34 because I'm curious about this. Right? Wow. Okay. This is Republican primary in the 34th district
It's confusing.
of Texas. So what we're talking about here is deep South Texas here, based in Cameron County, Brownsville. Now, this is the part of Texas that's nationally famous for moving dramatically toward Trump and the Republican Party in the last several presidential elections and really scrambling politics there. This is a Democratic-held district right now. Vicente Gonzalez is the Democrat who represents this district. This is going to be one of the most competitive House races in the country this fall.
Damn.
Because this is the movement towards Trump and the redistricting. So Republicans responding to that movement in Deep South Texas towards Trump, redrew lines trying to build themselves some advantages down here. This newly drawn 34th district that Democrat Vicente Gonzalez represents would now have voted under these current lines for Trump by 11 points. That's the challenge that Gonzalez faces. Question was, who was going to oppose him? What Republican was going to oppose him? An interesting primary here. Flores on Flores, no relation, but if you know the name Myra Flores, it's because she's part of that story of this of the region here and its shift towards the Republicans. A couple years ago, she won a special congressional election and served
Girl, you're a
fill
Republican?
that term in Congress. She then ran for a full term against Vicente Gonzalez. She lost. This was 2022.
Well,
she
you
then
tried.
ran again against Gonzalez in 2024. She lost. She ran competitively. These were narrow races. So she came back again for another shot at Gonzalez. But Republicans, state Republicans, national Republicans, said they did not want Myra Flores running again. Instead, they got behind Eric
No
Flores.
relation?
The question
Nope,
was here
but
between
good for you.
Familiarity
Don't
and
give
Myra
up, lady.
Flores,
Don't let him
the
bully you. I don't know who you are,
similarity
but
in what
fight.
was going to happen in this primary? Well, it looks like, certainly based on what we have so far, heavily early vote, but I mean, that's a 33-point advantage for
Wow.
Eric Flores. It looks like
Lewis
state
down
and
there,
national Republican leaders
hanging on
are
by a
going
thread.
to
At least
get
his
their
picture
way.
got on TV. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
That's
His mom is
lines
probably proud of
redrawn
him.
here.
They're
In a
like,
way
look
that
at you, look at you, Lewis. You look good. They squished your picture down a little bit. Your head's a little squished, but you still look handsome. You're still mama's good boy. That's just what my mom would sound like. So, oh man, what a night in Texas. It is crazy though if people got turned away from polls and then went to other polling places and then they voted and they were like, I did it. And then you get home and on the TV they're like, if you cast your ballot after 8, we shredded it. So sad.
And stupid. Like,
Yeah.
why should that matter?
Ken Paxton didn't get notified. He didn't want anyone to get their votes in. Uh-oh.
What?
There's been a new announcement of 7 voluntary interview requests that are going out, which I think kind of the reverse implication
What do
is
you
if
mean voluntary interviews?
the House Oversight Committee has expanded its investigation into the Epstein files.
Oh, okay.
And they are requesting 7 voluntary interviews with the following people:
All right.
Bill Gates,
Okay.
Doug Band, we've got to search him, Leon Black,
Oh, yeah.
Catherine Rumler, old Kathy, little Uncle Jeffrey, Ted Waite, gotta Google him,
Hold on. Who was the first one?
Doug Band,
American businessman and lawyer. He's 53 years old. He is the founding partner and former president of Teneo, a multinational C-suite advisory firm and investment bank.
sounds like somehow a money launder.
Previously, He was deputy assistant to President Bill Clinton in the White House and later counselor to President Clinton.
Uh-oh.
He was the, quote, key architect of the Clinton post-presidency, and he created the Clinton Global Initiative.
Okay. Oh, wait.
So that's
Pause.
what he's doing.
Well, sounds like he's got some info on the Clintons connection. Let's see what they're saying about... these are people that are going to be asked to testify. The other one was Ted Waitt, W-A-I-T-T.
American businessman and philanthropist. He's 63. He's a Capricorn. He's married to Michelle Merkin. Theodore William Ted Waitt is an American billionaire businessman and philanthropist. Man, people are just out there being billionaires. I've never fucking heard of you.
No, they like own a bunch of shit that you use.
Yeah, and I have no idea. Which
Leslie-
is crazy.
Leslie Groff, which was his assistant.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one that's like, Jeffrey said it's fine to drill holes with cameras in them. Go for it. And then Sarah Kellen, who I know that name from Becca Day's videos, but I couldn't tell you how she's related. K-E-L-L-E-N.
This guy, Waitt,
Excuse me, sorry.
started Gateway 2000.
Is that computers?
They developed it at their dad's farm and then made computer boxes printed in a black and white Holstein cow pattern. Who's he the company of? In 2004, after the acquisition of E-Machines,
Oh, okay. I remember E-Machines.
Waitt turned over day-to-day operations of Gateway and the title of CEO to some other dude.
Whoops.
Talerico.
He's been featured on a ton of lists about billionaires and shit.
Boom.
Good for you.
If you're going to be it, I guess be the best.
I still don't know what he does, though.
Buys computer
What is
companies.
this?
E-Machines was like desktop computers, like Dell, kind of.
That's Gateway 2000?
Oh, I think it was like PCs.
Well,
like big
it
old
was- He started it
PCs.
with a $10,000 loan secured by his grandmother.
Well, thank you, Nana. My grandmother didn't have $10,000. One time I was like, do you have $100? And my grandma was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have $1,000? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have $10,000? And she was like, no.
There was a limit. Waitt was romantically linked for several years to Ghislaine Maxwell.
There it is. Uh-oh. They're going to be like, tell us everything. Is
She
that her?
attended the wedding of Chelsea Clinton in 2010 as Waitt's guest.
You had Jeffrey Epstein at your wedding?
Well, was he there?
I thought so.
Yeah. I mean, to come as the date of somebody is different than you straight up invite them.
True. So, no, I guess just Ghislaine went with that guy.
Okay.
Ew, that is her.
Business Week named him one of America's 50 most generous philanthropists.
Damn.
Yeah, all these people just living a totally different life than me. Stuff that I have never even knew existed going on.
Completely.
And that's like everywhere. Like our worlds are so small.
Oh, yeah. We have no idea what's going on. No idea. Well, let's check in with Kornacki. Let's see where we are. He's talking about Dan Crenshaw right now. He lost, okay? We fucking know he lost. Yeah, it looks like, let's see, has AP called it for other races? Let's see what all they've called. Texas. All right, AP News. Let's see what we got going. Yeah, Talerico's in the lead. In my district, Colin Allred's in the lead, plus 12. Tony Gonzalez is plus 26. It really doesn't matter if you were like, hey, send pics. Let's see. John Cornyn is barely leading Ken Paxton. Probably will have to go to a recount. And then, yeah, Steve Toth Toth, I don't know how you say this guy's name. See what he's saying. Is he drinking? Oh, that's water. I thought he was drinking a Bud Light. I was like,
Crack one open, Kornacki.
To look, I think we got a little bit more here out of Fort Bend would be a little bit more, yes, but.
Be fun to see him get drunker as the night went on.
Get lit. Yeah, every time they call a race, you have to do a shot. And then, yeah, that's pretty much, let's see, and then, of course, Dan Patrick and stupid Greg Abbott. But those seem to be the results.
Dan Patrick and stupid Greg Abbott is right.
Stupid monster Dan Patrick.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so Jasmine Crockett, I have high hopes for her in other fields. I think she'll do well.
She continues to do this.
I love her as a public servant. I also think she might do well on television, but that might be later on or like part-time or something. But or just like organizing. I feel like but she's doing such great work right now in the House. It'll be a shame. I mean, I think she's out of her district, so this is kind of going to be the end of the road for her with that. But I guess go back into private practice or who knows, maybe get into like voter rights litigation or something like that. So I feel like she's got a lot of skills.
Yeah.
But time to throw our support behind Mr. Talerico. My neighbors who already had signs, I guess they can keep them, and I'll go get one as well.
There you go.
Get one as well. Well, thank you for hanging out with us tonight, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
It's been a hoot.
The other big one was, the Gina
Hinojosa. She won. Yeah, she was great. So I cannot wait. Yeah, there you go. Said she can run for VP. That's true. She could be VP on somebody's 2028 ticket and/or a cabinet position.
Or run for president.
There you go, Jasmine for president.
For the top.
I mean, I'm loving what she's doing with all the Epstein files when she said we are going to be on their asses. I'm like, do it, be on their asses. So we'll keep y'all updated on all that. We got a new episode coming out tomorrow. It'll be up on YouTube a couple days after that, and we'll be on Sunday Scaries this Sunday at 8:30. So we'll see y'all then.
Yeah, have a good night.
Hell yeah, my dudes. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.